look at this flower.
This flower clearly is one of the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense. Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent smell.
Oh, I just noticed the hat there. And ocarina, Jesus.
Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
Okay, so we add that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the background here, which I honestly hadn't noticed. So let's walk by the Rubik's Cube into the bedroom. Whichever bedroom that is. Oh, back in here.
The door can be opened easily from the outside. If it was up to me, it would stay open.
Okay, so now we can fast travel there. We probably want a jug.
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
We immediately have to pour it? How about we put it in our inventory? That would be nice. In a bowl, I guess? And we take the bowl?
That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion. It's a start, but there are still ingredients missing. It's a start.
Okay. So, we have a reed, we have a stone, we have a picture, a reed head.
I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners.
Sounds about right. Book about carpentry and a flower.
I will only deploy this flower in self...
Or when proved amusing, yeah. It's also, I'm just curious, like, it will only light up if you can actually, or it will basically say the text, only if you can actually use it with something. Which is rather convenient, honestly. Anything in the jewelry box that we can use now? Or grab? I assume not.
Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. Goodness knows what I could use.
Not at all. Okay. Yeah, let's go talk to our little friend. Just go down. That's the pond. Bird bath, I don't think we can really do anything with currently. Take a few worms.
I really shouldn't... it's only Earth. I should tell Mother how her daughter... well, she'd be delighted.
I'm sure she would. Look at this bush.
No idea what kind of bush this is, but its red fruit looks... If I...
Okay. So let's talk to Arbor first about the plant.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
I think I know the name of your patient. It's a love lily.
You don't look particularly loved up.
That's exactly the problem. Love lilies enter into a lifelong partnership with another plant. And if they're separated...
Then they let their heads droop. Good theory. But the fairies know their plants. They'd never have given us a love lily without its partner.
Well, apparently they have.
Look, I found this book in the library.
Why does he care?
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
It is.
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then You'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf. Elves don't get ill.
But if I were...
Oh, come on. Now tell me. How can I help you?
Okay, Meadows bush. I still think it's going to be that.
Do we have a metis bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect, then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue, then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Green.
Pardon?
The metis bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour. Call it a defense mechanism.
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
Okay. Cool. So I think we'll yell at the plant because it's a weapon. Well, the honey is just going to point at the beehive, but let's get through that dialogue anyway.
Do you know how I could get my hands on some honey?
Try the kitchens.
I prefer not to wander through the castle.
Of course. Someone would tell your mother.
Would that beehive in the tree over there be of any help?
Maybe.
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees defend their honey and can give you a nasty sting.
Couldn't they be distracted or tricked in some way?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes and use smoke that calms the bees. But I don't have any beekeeper kit here. I just let the bees keep their honey and they pollinate my flowers. That's how we've always done it.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece.
He just pulls it out of there. Of course.
What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Arbor is cool.
Thanks.
Well, everything needs to be complicated, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
There's something else.
Not really.
See you later, Arbor.
See ya.
Okay. So, let's try yelling at the tree. Or at the bush.
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats.
Yes, let's...
Thanks.
Success! Okay. So, we have a rod, we have worms. We probably need to combine those.
The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate, whatever that is. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out.
You always do. Okay. I guess we use this on the pond, even though it doesn't make sense. Oh wait, there's more? Holy crap.
I don't have a clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck.
Fishing skill 0? Okay.
Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing.
Fishing skill has risen to 1. Use the bait.
I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough.
Yes, RPG mechanics, go.
Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
I'm sure there's an achievement or something silly if you just keep doing this. A radish?
A classic.
No, not just...
As suspected, but they always come back to their homeland to breed. They're the only known fish variety that can scale nearly vertical cliffs.
Okay, that explains it. Come on, fish, again. Keep fishing. There's gotta be something. I'm sure we're gonna fish up a chest or something soon. That's not it.
A classic.
One thing I've also kind of noticed is that I really have to click. Like,
A classic.
not even sure what that is. But if I just softly click on something, like, it won't register or something. I just really
Oh.
have to... No, use it. I really have to click hard on whatever item I want to interact with. I'm not sure why that is. It doesn't make much sense.
Pity.
But I've noticed this. You might have also noticed me clicking just very hard and deliberately at some point. I think it was on the big plushy inside.
Nothing.
Come on. Like, level 10. I'll go up to level 10. It's gonna be level 15 or something, isn't it?
Oh.
Does it keep going back to the fishing rod? Nothing.
Nothing.
Fishing skill 10. No. Come on, do it. Reward me. Do something funny. No, that's not it. I guess it really is just too long. Okay. So, fishing.
Perhaps I have enough knowledge to now understand the book.
Or do I have to get a certain level to get...
Right. Aha! Oh, twice in a row. Then, that was educational.
Fishing skill has risen that much? Okay.
I already know everything that...
So it just raised it by 10. That's all it did. There was also a book for the moderately experienced. So maybe you couldn't use it until you were a certain level, much like a lot of items in MMORPGs.
Pity.
I'm really doing this. It's gotta be something.
A classic.
But that animation was taking a little bit too long for me, I think.
A classic.
So, I mean, I don't... She's already using the worms, right? I mean, she said she was.
A classic. The worms provide a great lure and should increase my... I always hang one onto the hook.
Okay, she is using them. Then we should get it, right? Ah, there we go.
At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list.
Yes, we can. So we have a red herring, we just need the honey now. So should we be... just really... Oh, we should probably give him the thing back.
Hi, Arba.
Oh, Ivo!
You can have your fishing rod back.
About the potion.
Art.
No, there's nothing apparently.
See
See ya!
Sorry to bother you. So we can throw a rock. Which is probably very ill-advised.
The bees are buzzing around the hive quite merrily. Anyone messing with... I convinced Mother not to... However, should she...
So how do we do this? Picture of the prince. Shallow bowl. I can't just... Yeah. Do I also just shout at them? I don't think so. Like a cut reed? Just knock it down that way?
Isn't there a turn of phrase like stirring up a bee's nest? I think the saying's trying to give us a warning. As long as the bees are wide awake and buzzing, I don't dare.
Okay, so
Hi, Arba.
can you tell me something about bees?
There's some...
Apparently not.
See you later.
See ya!
Okay, so... I'm